You're watching Duct Tape and Popsicle Sticks with Mike and Maria Keiser. Because sometimes you feel like your business is being held together by duct tape and popsicle sticks. On this show, you're not going to hear the latest business fad. You're going to get useful information that you can apply to your own business right now.
Hello and thanks for watching another unbelievable episode of Duct Tape and Popsicle Sticks. I'm Mike Keiser, along with the creator of the world's largest sushi mosaic, Maria Keiser. How are you today? And folks, I to this day have no idea why you took the time to create a sushi mosaic, but congratulations on yet another world record.
Yeah, considering the life span of it would be so short.
It would be right, a matter of hours. Anyway, so moving on. Thanks everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it. As usual, everything you need to know is in the show notes below. How to get to our other videos, our podcasts, our website, all that great stuff. But we'll jump right in. So let's assume, Maria, that a really, really smart business owner has been watching this show for 2 years now. All right? Because really smart people watch our show.
Right.
And they've come to the conclusion, okay, I get everything they're talking about. I think it's time to consider hiring a marketing agency. I get it. I would love to do it in-house. Maybe you wouldn't love to do it in-house, but we are going outside. But it's a scary decision. Like, are they going to get results? How long is it going to take? What are all my options?
How much is going to cost me?
Right. Does more expensive equal better?
Right.
All of that kind of stuff. And we get that marketing is definitely an investment.
Can't I just do it myself?
Can't I just do it myself? Would I be better off doing it myself? And we always tell people, it sounds cliche, but marketing definitely is an investment. But when you're talking to a potential agency, you need better answers than you're going to get return on investment. Work with us and there will be an ROI. So somebody seriously that is said, okay, it's probably time to look at an agency. What should they ask them?
Well, I mean, I guess, there's a lot of things you want to know. First and foremost, how will we measure the success? Sometimes, you send an email out to 100 people and one person responds. And you feel like, I only got one person to respond, but that's a 1% response. So, what if you had 10,000 people that you sent it out to? So, understanding the measurements, how we'll measure it, what success looks like is really important.
Totally agree.
How will you get more visible on the internet? Now, not everybody comes to a marketing agency for that, but the internet is where people are going for their information, so that might be something you want to know.
I like that because a person might not necessarily think of the question, how will I be more visible on the internet? Yet they know their website isn't getting the traffic that they want. And we can just tell you from experience that a business's generally biggest marketing problem is they are virtually invisible on the internet. Didn't mean to interrupt you
there. No,
there.
that's fine. But I would say probably the most important one is, what is the best strategy for my business? Because I've seen it so many times where somebody says, I specialize in this, and then there's this cookie cutter process that they just put out to everyone. Well, there's a lot of things to consider. Where you live in the country, what your demographic is asking for. Specific to your business, there might be 5 photographers in the country that I would say I could work for, but a photographer in California might have different needs than a photographer in Connecticut. So
and it might. So is social media marketing right for me? Is it not right for me? You brought up email campaigns. Should you do email campaigns? Should you not? So strategy is ultimate. So
be wary of anyone that says, I have a process, this process works for everyone all the time. No.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. So also find out what the agency does well. I mean, you want to know what they know. So I'll give you an example. So there's 2 different kinds of web designers. There's the web designers that understand the technical side of things, and then there's the web designers that are more like graphic designers that learned how to create websites. So you want to know the difference there. So if I'm a pretty website maker, I might not understand all the functionality behind it to make your website seen. So you just really want to look you really want to interview the person you're going to hire to make sure they are on the same page that you are and you both have the same end result in mind.
Well, exactly. Great point, because you want to make sure they understand who your audience is,
Right.
and have some legitimate answers when you're saying, okay, why are you presenting us with that marketing strategy
right.
versus that marketing?
Right,
So
right.
why aren't you presenting us PR instead of a web design? Why not email instead of
Yeah.
ask them detailed questions about their reason
And-
behind the strategy.
And one thing I learned a long time ago as a business owner, as a fellow business owner, is when you know a little bit about the thing that you need, it helps when choosing a vendor. So take a little bit of time yourself and learn about some things, so when you are interviewing your marketing agency, you could set both of you up for success.
There you go. And you know, I mean, candidly, there's probably 20
Sure.
other questions we
Sure.
could come up with. But ask them the tough questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid to put them on the spot.
Right.
They won't mind if they're good.
And if you don't understand, clarify it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, good place to start. As I said, there could be a ton more conversation, but are you good for today?
Sure.
Sure. Unless you folks have another hour, we'll go on with that. But we promise a few minutes at a time.
Right.
And speaking of which, once again, we're going to wrap it up for today, folks. We really appreciate you hanging out. We hope you got one or two good tidbits of information from this show, because you have been watching Duct Tape and Popsicle Sticks, where we make your business better a few minutes at a time.
Ciao for now.
You're watching Duct Tape and Popsicle Sticks with Mike and Maria Keiser.